coming out strong again. It's not a podcast. It's the Slamcast. Coming to you live. Well, not really live anymore. We will be live soon, but maybe that's future plans to talk about.
Yeah.
We're just going to start right out the gate. I am your host, Brandon Liggan, joined by Nick Horaceck and the Bristol Brawler himself, Dave Wade. And
Stop saying that.
It's calling you that. That's your name from here on out, man. I like it.
I have no problem with it, but on Saturday night in this country, on between channel 7 and 9, they do Bristol wrestling,
I'm telling you,
and
bro.
every time I watch it, I just hear you floating in the back of my head, just going like Bristol Brawler, Bristol Brawler, Bristol Brawler.
The Brist. I want to do it like if I was going to announce it like I was Gary Michael Capetta. And
feels like I'm weighing nothing at all.
Waiting at 2 stone, 18 ounce, from Bristol, England, the Bristol. I should hold my nose and do it like this. The Bristol Brawler. And his opponent, this is Sting. That's my Gary Michael Capetta.
By the way, my weight, I can't believe I'm addressing your conversation. By the way, my weight is because I'm very lean.
I was just calling.
Ask me what I had for breakfast this morning.
I said 2 stone. That's really not even like that much. That's like 40 pounds.
You might not be that wrong because I'm relaying. Ask me what I had for breakfast this morning.
I don't know. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
I had a sirloin steak wrapped in bacon, fried, and in a sandwich.
That's pretty fucking good, actually. That's eating like a champion.
Oh, damn.
So, all right, let's get right into it because the big topic on everybody's mind this week was would Monday Night Raw continue its creative slip into oblivion, as some people are thinking, where I think it's just the usual. Well, no, some people. I mean, if there's been a lot of growing discontent from a number of prominent alumna, Stone Cold Steve Austin being one who actually still maintains a pretty prominent role with the company on screen. He does have a lot of podcasts and stuff like that. He does seem to be the one that they went to get with that job. Remember when I was talking when they first launched the network about a year or so ago, and they needed a serious or a regular interview series or something, kind of like a late night kind of guy. I think Stone Cold Steve Austin is becoming that quickly becoming not really distraction, but the guy who's going to be the I guess talk show host of the Stone Cold Steve Austin show. But Mick Foley has been another prominent alumna be expressing his discontent with the creative direction that the company is going in. And some of it did boil down to what I said. Oh, he's just not happy that his person is winning. But he was on Steve Austin podcast, and he did bring up a lot of other good points, that they're not booking to heels anymore. Just a lot of, if you listen to Steve Austin's podcast, you get it. But this was going to be the Raw, according to him, that was going to make or break his fandom, whether or not he was going to continuously watch weekly. I, like many other people, sat down and wanted to watch it too because, I wanted to see what they were going to do.
I have a phrase.
What?
Lackluster.
I disagree. I wholeheartly disagree.
Ooh.
There were some moments there that were kind of, dragging. I did kind of.
Yeah, but moments don't carry the crowd. If that makes sense.
I felt that there were. They did everything right. I felt they're giving people what they like. They gave people.
I thought it was, just me. I thought it was boring.
There was 3 New Day segments. How could you be bored by 3?
Hello, New Day. Come on, you had the New Day do the fucking fusion dance. Hello.
Exactly. Xavier Woods and
Kofi Kingston but that was it. That was it. That was like the sentiment of this match, and everything else was just like.
That's how they did. That was the promo to open Raw. Like that was that they.
Fuck off! I'm English.
You got New Day. You got New Day to open Raw. You got New Day on the commentary, and then you got New Day in the main event. 3 New Day segments. You got Tommy Dreamer's return in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
I mean, there was. Okay, we want to talk about it. Like, yes, they did basically rip off the exact same angle that TNA tried to do. What, about a year or so ago? 2 years.
Yeah, with eventually Bubba Ray powerbombing Dixie through a table.
That was the big payoff. Yada yada yada. Okay, well,
and it was I like actually the idea. I like because he was like, yeah, each one of you are going to go through a table with your. I just like that. Like, this is your future, basically.
Yeah, no, I got the idea. It was clearly very much Bubba pitching an idea that he's already done before. That he's probably gonna figure some people probably might have not have seen before. Let's do it. Tommy Dreamer's gonna get a good pop. I was very happy seeing Tommy Dreamer.
Did you
yeah.
not think though? I stand by saying it's boring. Do you not think they were going for the numbers? Like,
I see the thing is, I don't think ratings. I know we've had this discussion before. I don't think ratings, the Nielsen TV ratings, should be the primary diagnostic or the primary statistic from which we judge the overall success of the product.
Right.
I think we literally have to judge now because we use ratings to compare it to other wrestling products, which was famous during the Monday Night Wars when they were going up against Monday Night.
Because there weren't things like the WWE Network. Exactly. There wasn't Hulu. There wasn't Netflix. There wasn't all these available streaming services through the internet that allows us to watch. Like, I went back on Hulu and I watched Tommy Dreamer's return. That was it. I'll go back and watch New Day segments because, again, fucking New Day. But
that's what I'm saying. There's a growing number of people, especially in this country, and I don't know what it is in the UK, but there's a growing number of people in this country abandoning their cable subscription in favor of just having Netflix, Hulu.
Yeah, and
maybe if you're exactly like Nick, exactly. We have we're talking to somebody. We talk to somebody every week who Nick watches wrestling. Nick's not accounted for on the Nielsen subscriber because Nick doesn't.
Because I haven't had cable in years.
Exactly, the cable system is becoming an outmoded concept.
I might have allegedly hooky cable.
Okay, well that's you're right.
I only have it for the Premiership.
Hey man, it's all good. Whatever you got to do to watch your club. But that's what I'm saying. I think using ratings. Are they at a creative lull? I think they were, but I think now they're
starting to pick up steam because we're getting into the
turning a corner. We're turning a corner.
We're going in. We're getting ready to go into the Royal Rumble. NXT is still hitting on all cylinders, firing on all cylinders.
I think we basically could leave NXT out of it because NXT is on autopilot. NXT will always be good. People are going to like NXT no matter what they do, and especially if they're going to go to UK. That's not
sold out show. That's
not next week, right? That's
the week after. So next week will be our London prediction show.
London prediction show.
I will say
Wembley.
They're going to do the O2, yeah.
Yeah, I will say they slipped up a little bit this week just because they changed Blue Pants theme.
I'm just happy she's back. I didn't think we were going to see Leva Bates back in the WWE with everything that was going on.
I would totally go, by the way. I would totally go, but it's £39 a ticket for the bleachers.
Yeah, it's a big deal. You guys, look, it'd be worth it though. Is that not worth it?
And with them touring, maybe they'll do a show in like Portland, Oregon, or hell, if they did a fucking regular WWE house show in Billings, Montana, they could very well do a fucking,
I don't think. I think your best bet is going to Portland, and then how far is Portland away from you?
About
if I can slightly detract from the conversation.
Like you're driving to Canada.
When we have the big sport events in the UK, like at Wembley or the O2, yeah, good luck getting a fucking cab afterwards. It's
You don't have the Uber in the UK yet? I'm pretty sure you got Uber.
Dude, we're a fucking third world country.
Uber's an app, bro. I'm pretty sure it works. I'm pretty sure it works there. I'm pretty sure it works.
The last time I went to Wembley, right? The police were lined up the middle to keep the fans away from each other, and they actually announced on the Jumbo Vision Stadium in the arena, which is, by the way, anyone who wants to get um, a tube right now, this is the time to leave. Like, wow, that's something I've never heard in a football game.
You have to leave right now.
Yeah.
That's
That was 15 minutes before the end of the game.
That's unfortunate.
They actually told you to, leave.
Yes. So I believe that they've turned a corner creatively. We are coming on what I use the analogy. We can see the exit to the road we need to be on to get on the road to WrestleMania.
Yep.
So.
Can I be an asshole right now?
Wow.
Yes.
You guys got you got me sucked in, but when you said the road to WrestleMania, and when you guys got me sucked in, that's my cream and butter right now. Everything else is just like, at least to me, it's just like pear-shaped a pile of bollocks, which is just like milking or trying
You're
to.
you're just waiting. You're just waiting to get to WrestleMania. I know.
It's just WrestleMania. It's inching forward, if that makes sense.
It is, and
it's like a dog with 3 legs. It's just crawling forwards towards this.
I mean, the first thing I look forward to is, the Royal Rumble. That's always been a fun pay-per-view. It's always been, what's good? They always pop something. We get returns. I mean, we had Bubba Ray Dudley last year. We had the freaking Boogeyman, which honestly I popped for because I thought that was awesome.
I always thought that I've always been a big proponent of expanding the Royal Rumble. I always liked it when they have 30 or 45 or even, dare I say, even 50 superstars in the Royal Rumble. Could you imagine a 50-man Royal Rumble? Oh, nuts.
Oh, nuts. I've seen a 3-ring 60-man.
Those World War III. Those World War III battle royals were just absolutely chaos. I mean, those are just guys. Okay, yeah, I'm done. You want to throw me out now? Yeah, all right, throw me out now. We're never going to see those again. But
no.
I think they've turned a corner, and a good way to stabilize the creative direction of the show. Factions. We're seeing a return to faction warfare, and we saw an emergence of a new stable. Be formed last night, the League of Nations.
Oh yes,
where they basically took the reverse.
Del Rio, Sheamus, Rusev.
It's basically literally what they did. They took all the foreign wrestlers and they put one faction.
Like, why fucking not?
They took literally all the foreign heels and put them in one faction. It's literally a reverse Bullet Club.
Reverse Bullet Club, nice.
It's exactly what it is. It is where they were, or it's the WWE version of a Bullet Club. They took all the foreigners and put them in one group, put them together, make them heel. Look, this is going to be a good way to make Sheamus relevant because it's gonna make him like his 4 horsemen.
Really though. Having said that, can you if we think about it, can you actually make Sheamus relevant?
I think they can. I think he's a much better heel than he is a face.
Yes, Sheamus is a heel. There are certain guys that are just natural faces, Stone Cold or The Rock. There are guys. Well, actually, The Rock was great both ways.
Yes.
But then you have guys that are naturally just a great heel. Randy Orton is one of them. Del Rio. Then you got Sheamus. Sheamus is a fucking heel. Is like, and I like it because you have like 2 guys in Barrett and Sheamus who genuinely have chemistry because I see pictures with them together all the time on Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's like, these guys are hard-hitting motherfuckers.
No. This is... I genuinely believe the chemistry between these guys... Rusev... This is even gives something for Rusev to do.
Yeah.
It keeps Rusev relevant.
Away from the stupid fucking love square.
or as Adam Rose called it in that interesting... What did he call it? The Rose
Garden, I think.
Whatever, I don't even know. We'll talk more about that later, I guess. How I feel that could be a thing that could be good for Adam Rose, but it's just not quite there yet. He needs something more, but he's on the right path, and that shows to me that this guy could continuously come up with good ideas. he has value to the company and is not going to be fired anytime soon.
Is that going to be Mad Braddock's?
He's not going to be Mad Braddock's, no.
Yes, he's got cocky prick shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yes, already. Hey, talk about a guy trying to turn lemons into lemonade, man.
Yeah,
I get
good
fired.
for you, man.
I get fired for remark, and I'm gonna make sell shirts off of it.
Yes, it was like when C.J. Parker left. He had shirts. I broke Kevin's nose. Why not? Sammy Callahan's got a T-shirt store up now. He's got he's back on the indies.
Sammy Callahan got released on a Wednesday and was on
Tuesday,
AAW.
Wednesday.
Yeah,
within like 2 or 3 days. Just
awesome. That weekend he was released. Yeah. We did the show. When did we record last week? We recorded
Friday.
Friday.
He was already. We had talked about him getting released. He'd asked for his release, and it was pretty much why we said it was. It was.
And he attacked Eddie Kingston at AAW Saturday night or Sunday night. Mm-hmm. So that weekend.
And I mean, now him and Jessica Havoc have a shirt with the two of them on it. It's on her T-shirt store, that Mad Love one.
That's gonna be a weird relationship. That's gotta be a weird wrestling relationship right there.
Oh, whatever. I'm like, you know what? Awesome.
But I totally see it. See it.
And I do find Jessica Havoc pretty attractive, so it's just me.
She's got a very unique look to her.
Anyway, Faction Warfare.
Warfare.
Already got the New Day.
But this is a good way for I wouldn't be surprised if you see Sheamus coming out next week wearing the suits like Triple H does. Don't have to be them, them up the Authority's ass, kind of like how Kane and the Big Show, Seth Rollins were, but make them like
Yeah, I'm the champion. I run this shit.
Yeah, like I'm important. I'm important to the Authority because I'm the champion. They want to keep me happy, and this is my entourage. I want to make them happy. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, that and it's keeping the title off of Roman.
We've said this before. I think giving Roman Reigns the title at WrestleMania is the plan.
Right, but in the storyline, in the Authority's eyes, the title is not on Roman Reigns. So.
He can't. I think the storyline for now is no matter how great Roman Reigns is, all these great things, but he can't beat Sheamus.
Mm-hmm.
But he can't beat Sheamus, and have like as many matches as he can where he comes nearly close, where it looks like he's going to do it. And then have one of these guys interfere, and then have a steel cage match where one of these guys get really close, and then Sheamus finds one of these guys, distract them.
Right, or you have something like, I'll go back and speaking of the Big Show, the barbed wire steel cage match he had with JBL in 2005 at No Way Out. The way JBL won that, something like that, he got choke slammed through the fucking mat, and he crawled out under the ring like. It's just the story of the title reign of JBL.
Yeah, but that's gonna be what's gonna get people interested in the Roman Reigns character, and when they finally do, which I think this is what they're building towards, they're finally gonna pull the trigger with him at WrestleMania. Speaking of WrestleMania, we've already seen these videos of Seth Rollins in training, trying to make it. Knowing that Seth Rollins is a complete and utter training freak,
like ridiculous, like it's insane.
He has levels of dedication that are unseen by mortal beings. I honestly think Seth Rollins, there's a legitimate chance that he could be back by WrestleMania.
That would be nuts. That would be absolutely nuts.
Can you imagine that reaction?
It'd be bigger than the reaction he got when he cashed in Money in the Bank.
The roof would go off the AT&T Stadium.
Yep.
The roof would blow off that building. But again, I think this is a good way to make Sheamus seem like a credible WWE champion. He's not relying solely on himself in the segments. He has these other guys around him. It'll make him comfortable. Barrett certainly has charisma abound.
Yep.
Through Rusev comes Lana, so they can have Lana cut promos. If they need a mouthpiece, and I don't think they need it, but I wouldn't be surprised, and it would be a great addition. Have Zeb be their mouthpiece. Like this is I've collect, it just I as
Oh
much
man.
as much as I loved angry Tea Party Zeb, I think nation building Zeb would
Mhm.
an alliance building Zeb is has potential to be all that much
Yep.
funnier just because the guy's again one of the best heels in wrestling history.
He's a fantastic talker too.
Exactly, guy can talk with the best of them and
One
always
of the
has been able
smartest
to.
guys in the
What
business.
I always love like when I go back and watch those classic WCCW stuff and all that, and now they got all that on the NWA World
Yeah,
Championship.
they've started to add a lot of stuff on the network.
So much.
Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
We get to see the debut. They basically added after the debut of the Thrill Seekers. I mean, let's be honest. So we can watch early awkward Chris Jericho.
Yes.
So great, and Lance Storm trying to have charisma, which
Oh God! Go back and listen to Jericho's 25th anniversary and listen to Lance Storm laughing his ass off.
I was gonna listen to that because I was listening. I went on a Jericho spree recently, and I'm gonna go back and listen to that podcast because I didn't get to listen to it when it was out. But to recommend any of Jericho's recent podcasts, check out the one that he did with Luke Harper. It is a absolute.
Yeah, I need to finish the one with Malenko and Chavo talking about Eddie.
The Eddie one, yeah, that was another good one I had yet to watch. God, so many good. Jericho's been killing the podcast game.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice because because WWE and they talk about him a lot. You have Austin and they both do, and they'll both have wrestlers, but they'll have guys from music and MMA, so it's interesting. Just strictly wrestling.
It's not just a wrestling podcast,
right? And that's what, like how Cole Cabaz, a lot of these indie guys that you maybe haven't heard of before, which was always one of the reasons I liked listening to him. Right?
Yes.
Actually, I need to get back on listening to this stuff. Damn, I'm so backed up on podcasts. It's ridiculous. I'm all over the place.
I listen to them when I play games. That's how I listen to it. So I just put it on and put on headphones and play away.
Can I be completely honest?
Yeah.
I listen to them on my phone when I dump.
Hey, that's how I do it. I used to do it at work, man. That's how I used to listen to all my shit. I used to listen at work all day, every day. But
there's so many great podcasts out there that Colt started it, and now it's like Austin's. And it was like when I found out Austin had one, it was like I need to download this yesterday.
No, I mean there's so many great ones out there, but so I think Raw, they're slightly getting in the right direction. They have this League of Nations faction that's clearly gonna help Roman look real strong in the weeks ahead, or at least give him something foils to go up against. Roman's assembled his crew of people, and the rumors that the names that they're reportedly kicking around kind of make me scratch my head and kind of make me face bomb, calling him the family.
Unless you've been living under a rock, the Usos and Roman are related. It's kind of a doy. And pretty much Dean has been, on the screen, family to Roman for years.
Yes, since they got in, they're FCW guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just don't like the name, the family. I don't know. It sounds really, really kind of
racist.
Nah,
no, just meh. It's not like. Come on, guys! You've got how many? It's again, you're creative. You got too many people working on one thing. Like literally, just set a couple people aside for. Okay, you two, you're gonna work on this Roman storyline. You two, work on the Divas.
I
things
just
like
feel
that.
like it's a really lazy name to call it the family.
They're just like no effort.
Family because he's related to 2/3 of the group of them.
Whatever.
Is there a better name? I don't know, but
there's got to be. It's there. I know it's there. It's just got to be dug up.
I don't know, Roman's Empire, like the Legion, Roman Legion. I don't know. Like I don't. I did.
Yeah.
The League of Extraordinary Average Wrestlers.
No, because I don't think any of those guys are extraordinary average. I think Dean Ambrose is fantastic. The
Yep.
Usos are, a compelling.
I disagree.
Usos are fun to watch. Roman,
What do you disagree with? Do you disagree with Dean Ambrose being a fantastic wrestler? Do you disagree with Roman being very good at what he does?
Mm-hmm.
I just think Roman's average.
Okay, to each their own.
I just think he showed up to the ring, and the strings are pulled outside.
Well, look, this hasn't been just like instantly they haven't Goldberged him like oh, this guy won how many matches in a row, let's put him up against Hulk Hogan and put the belt on him, like no.
Right, but let me say this: how many times has he done something absolutely fantastic that he slammed someone and you just went, that was fucking awesome?
They're trying to build a character. They're trying to make people believe that this guy is a legit bad tough motherfucker. I think that Brock Lesnar match did a long way of solidifying that, because they were pulling no punches, and you could clearly tell.
And I always maintain that you watch that comeback, had that not been as forced, the build up had not been as forced as it was. That was a great comeback, because again, that was Roman throwing everything he can at this man.
Exactly, and that was a good person to put up against, because it made him look. Brock Lesnar made him look like $1 million.
Made him look real strong,
real strong. And I think this is this faction is only gonna serve to make Roman look real strong. And I think they're turning a corner. There are some divisions where some things about Raw where they're not really turning a corner. The Divas division does kind of shake my head sometimes.
Oh,
I do like heel Charlotte. We did see heel Charlotte this week, and I really think there is a lot of potential in heel Charlotte than there is face Charlotte. I mean, look, you can literally sell the amount of shirts you can sell with dirtiest diva in the game, dirtiest daughter in the game, or
bingo.
That sounds really dirty, so maybe not so. That's the dirtiest diva in the game.
I don't want to sound like
let's try not.
That sounds dirtiest daughter in the game sounds very porno-y.
Yeah, look, we've already had fucking submission sorority.
Yeah.
Let's try and avoid the porn-esque names, please.
It's a good idea. Good idea, creative. Let's don't go with that one, since you're clearly listening to this podcast.
Yeah, I'm pretty much convinced of that.
I am, man. They're spies. They're spies. Give me a job if you're listening. They're WWE spies. You know where to call me. Find me on Twitter. Go to my LinkedIn profile.
Are you begging for a job?
I mean, not begging, but if
Speaking of getting jobs,
I don't want to talk. I want to talk about it, because I went back and forth on this, because I don't want to seem bitter, like, oh, woe is me, like, oh, I don't have a job in creative. I want a job in creative. Boo hoo. But Dewey Foley apparently is scheduled to work for the WWE creative team in the next year or so, which finally means, and Dax, if you're listening to the podcast, buddy, I'm sorry in advance. I gotta paraphrase you on this, but which finally means once Dewey is on the creative team and things start to go well and turn around in a positive direction, we can finally start having signs that say Kane Dewey. Dax made that joke, and I read it this morning, and that made my day, and I legit popped. So Dax, that was for you. Yeah, that's very true, but I don't want to sound like a bitter,
But yeah, you know what?
If his last name wasn't Foley, he'd just be like us and have a goddamn podcast, and nobody.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's very erudite. Like the young man is quite brilliant. He has a very popular blog, but if his last name wasn't Foley,
you know what? Still,
if his last name was Foley and he wasn't Mick's son,
Oh yeah.
He wouldn't have that job in creative that he's rumored to be having.
Right.
Wish him all the best, but
All the best of luck to you, man.
yeah, it's gonna be he's entering into the jungle, and maybe it's the sign of things to come. Maybe they're gonna start hiring younger writers that come from fan bases because Dewey Foley didn't come from TV, which
Oh
is
no. Oh yeah. See, that's the
a
they
big
have all these guys on here that have come from soap operas
exactly
or
TV.
TV
Maybe they're gonna actually
producers.
finally start
Kevin
hiring.
Dunn.
Maybe we're gonna start hiring wrestling fans to be their writers and people that
Or
understand
people that come
storyline.
from the background of
So,
wrestling, and that's the
yeah,
big.
you know,
Yeah.
we'll see, we'll see. But I think this Divas division, uh, there's some good things and some bad things. I think they need to make up their mind what they're doing with uh, the Becky Charlotte Paige narrative. I mean,
Hmm.
there's clearly been like where Charlotte's been a tweener and Becky's the obvious face. You can't have two faces and one heel. It kind of works
Hmm.
better where you have,
Two heels, one face,
yeah, exactly.
and
One.
Becky's that face.
Becky's the so obvious face, and because she's the new girl, you're gonna have to play the Bailey role and pick on her for a while.
Yeah.
Then you had Team Bad over there, but it's basically Sasha Banks and the other two.
Yeah.
Because I feel that's where I do kind of feel bad for Naomi, who just had a birthday recently. Um,
Yep.
Naomi seemed like she was, poised to be this next prominent
And
female
then they put.
star, and then Sasha Banks has like one of the matches of the year, maybe of all time, with Bailey in Brooklyn, and
Yep.
now it's Sasha Banks' turn. Just as soon as WWE figures out how to use it, as soon as you watch Sasha Banks do what she does, that's like a master class in heel work. Like she does every little subtle little thing from the perform. She's just like perfect. Like that's how to be a heel. Like you want her to be a heel, you're just be that. Do what
Yeah.
Sasha Banks does.
You know.
Everything
She's that good.
everything from the walk to the ring to how she stomps on people, puts her mannerisms in the ring. It's
right. It's not the obvious, the overt things. It's those very subtle little.
And the eyes, and it's always
right.
it's all through the eyes and the face. It's she's got a bright future ahead of her, that's for sure. It's only a matter of time before they figure out something before Vince McMahon figures out that people will actually get behind a Sasha Banks Divas title run. Will she actually get it? I mean, for Christ's sake, the people are chanting, "We want Sasha" on a weekly basis.
She was one of the, when I started watching NXT, full time when I got the network, she was one of the ones that stood out right off the bat.
Oh yeah, no, she stood out that right as soon as she got into this company because she just had that.
Especially when that whole boss character really started to come out,
Yes.
And just the perfect, and you mentioned Bailey earlier, she stood out just because how much of a likable person she is, and then you have Sasha, who's a complete bitch.
The literally exact polar opposite.
Yeah.
I always said that. I equated Bailey to Lady Tommy Dreamer before. Who, again, I'm so incredibly glad to go really back to that Dudley Boys segment really quick. Before Dreamer came out, I was secretly hoping beyond hope, we would get a return of Sign Guy Dudley. Or
Dances with Dudley.
Or Big Dick Dudley. I just want the original. That would have caused me to lose my mind. But Tommy Dreamer caused me to lose my mind, but Lester's hands. I was much more reserved afterwards. I was like, all right, yeah, good for Tommy Dreamer back in the WWE.
Yep.
Hasn't quite signed his Legends deal yet. He signs his Legend deal with that. That's basically as close to the WWE to possible becoming to announcing his House Hardcore stable to being their Northeast promotion of choice, which was rumors was going to be like Evolve or somebody like that. But if they're working with Tommy Dreamer, I wouldn't be surprised to see if you see some people from WWE show up on a House of Hardcore show. maybe like a Zack Ryder when Kurt Hawkins or Brian Myers, as he goes, makes his appearance. Wouldn't be surprised. Just saying. Just throwing things out there. That could be a signal to future working relationships. Yeah, I think I said the Divas division, they need to sort things out.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is a sign of things to come where they're going to turn Charlotte heel and then have the two heels going after Becky. And
if she's anything like her dad, she'll be a fantastic heel.
Exactly. But, she already kind of proved that in the match where in this match here where she did the ankle injury fake and the promo afterwards. That was very good. Look, I think we're all probably salivating for a Becky, Sasha, Paige, Charlotte Fatal 4-Way match. Mm-hmm. Dare I say, the first ever Divas Fatal 4-Way match for the Divas title.
I know I am.
No, I know I am. Salivating at it, sir. Yeah, I think that was pretty much it, guys. It's a light week this week because we're at the start of the build towards TLC. A lot of people were freaking out this week. Kevin Owens weren't there, thinking that he might be hurt or something like that. Kevin Owens was just sick.
Yeah.
It's not like you don't have to start panicking, freaking out yet. No word yet on the Randy Orton story, which
Yeah,
that's gonna be a while before we know anything about that. We've finally seen Seth Rollins return to training, and like I said, that leads me to believe that Seth Rollins is an absolute training freak. There's an outside chance we could see Seth Rollins at WrestleMania this year. I think he will once that goal becomes something he realizes can happen. He'll bust his ass to try and make that happen. I think Raw's turned a corner, man. I think Raw has at least now become watchable. I'm interested to see this League of Nations stable, to see where it's going. Let's hope it doesn't pan out like the actual League of Nations and be a complete failure and end up doing Woodrow Wilson's presidency. But we'll see about that.
Right. Well, the only thing I want to bring up, I saw this pop up on Facebook that Lucha Underground is replacing Melina because she's difficult to work with.
Oh, really? Big surprise there.
Yeah.
Big surprise there.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, well. Well, you know what? I think Lucha Underground replaces you for a reason, because they could find somebody that does your job for cheaper than you. Kind of the same way WWE does. And, Melina has maybe outlived her usefulness in this business, and maybe it's time that, she might find something else to do. Or maybe, call it a career and maybe start, settle down. Maybe Joe Mo will have some kids maybe one day. Who knows? Hope they don't have her strong jawline.
Oh man, you have Iron Sheik tweet of the week, or
I do have an Iron Sheik tweet of the week.
All right,
I'm trying to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get it all set up here.
Get it all set up because I'm still actually trying to find an Iron Sheik tweet of the week, or at least think of something.
Do your creepy laugh again.
What laugh? What laugh do you want me to do?
It's your creepy one.
Creepy laugh, really?
Oh, it's funny because you sound like a rapist.
Jeez. You know what? And the fact that I'm able to share a Paul Heyman meme in the group without it being related to Montana, I'm pretty happy about. Oh, is it crazy?
Where did Osweiler go to school? Because I think that's what was going to make it.
Yeah, he played at let's see, it would have been, I believe, Flathead High in Montana.
Okay.
And then he played at, I'm trying to think, I think he went to Arizona.
Okay.
If I remember right.
All right. So we went to.
But he played high school football in Montana, and that's what it took.
I think you mean soccer. Sorry.
Not association football.
I know, I've taken the piss.
Of course you are. Oh, jeez.
I call it just association football. All right, got my music.
Yep, let me get it going here.
Can I quickly say something about the Divas?
No.
Okay.
wasted. Like,
well,
I know they're like they're marketed towards like 14-year-old boys to just look at them, just go, my winky.
I don't think so though. I think they're
not anymore. It's not like it used to be. Especially like.
Yeah, but I do think they are, because right now they have no really good events. So I think they're basically just in the background as eye candy.
Well, right now, see, and that's why we're starting to see this corner turn, because we've got these divas that have come up to the main roster.
No, but you get what I'm saying, though, don't you? Which is
they haven't been featured in a really prominent role, but they did get the spot right before Undertaker and Bray Wyatt at the Survivor Series. Mm-hmm. They have got, apart from the 4-minute Bayley
Charlotte Becky match,
or what was it?
Sasha Becky. Jesus, I'm getting mixed. Yeah. I don't know how.
Yeah, no, I was even more off than you. So
yeah.
Apart from that, that seems to be the only things that they're really not getting. But I think these 4 girls right now are the future of the division.
Right.
You saw that, the one Bella's out. No, the Bella's.
I don't want to sound like bloke who like is on TV just goes like discrimination from sexual equality, but I don't see it. I don't see them, reaching the dizzy heights, if that makes sense.
Well, it's never gonna be we're never gonna see the point where a Divas match is headlining Raw again. I think we're a long ways away from that happening.
Right.
But they're gonna get a prominent role in the company, and there will be some point in time where they will be the best match. Their segment will be the best segment of the hour, or the best segment of the night, maybe.
Right.
Or dare I say on a pay-per-view match, look, we saw Sasha Banks and Bayley steal the show at the Brooklyn Takeover show.
And then they headlined the very next Takeover in the Iron Man match.
Exactly. So.
And they killed it again. So.
Sasha Banks could absolutely put on a match with somebody like that on a pay-per-view that could steal a show and get a lot of people talking about her. So. Doesn't matter where she is.
And it's like how the tag teams were in the early 2000s. How,
yeah.
pretty much like 2 straight WrestleManias, the Dudleys, Hardys, and Edge and Christian stole the fucking show. So.
Absolutely. And I guess give the girls a little bit more time and give people more time to warm to them and.
Right, and actually give them time. I mean, will you give Sasha and Becky 4 minutes? Are you?
Yeah, it is. It's incredibly frustrating because it's 4 minutes with entrances, and that's basically 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I think I got an Iron Sheik tweet of the week.
All right, ready? I got it queued up. Let's get it playing.
All right.
Him, I dumped him. I want to know, are you the man or are you a fucking piece of shit? No good motherfucker. Fucking bullshit.
Oh, I love that every week. So like I said, again, if you are not following the Iron Sheik on Twitter, you are truly missing out. I'll give you put over the Iron Sheik's Twitter account because I haven't really done that in a while. It's at @the_Iron Sheik. You are missing out on comedic gems, poignant life commentary. I mean, obviously Iron Sheik had the presence of mind. Oh, I can't believe we didn't start the show off like this. Oh my god, I feel so bad. We didn't honor the people of San Bernardino. We're doing this show right now at 2:45 a.m. East Coast. Not a whole lot is known about.
Yeah, your time.
Okay, well, 6 a.m. East or whatever time it is over there in Fairyland.
And about 12:45 where I am. So
in Pommy Land, as we refer to it in Australia.
Such a wanker.
No, I just watch a lot of Monty Python, and I know that's
nice.
Good for you, sir. Good for you.
Yes. So anyway, we don't really know about that much of the details about the tragic incidents in San Bernardino right now, but certainly we at the Slamcast family extend our thoughts and hopes to everybody out there that's been affected by this tragedy. We are just a humble wrestling podcast, but we do like to have some sort of social awareness to us. So we know that we live in a weird fucking time, and these fucking things happen, and we hope that we can at least be a distraction. If somebody who's affected by this listens to this and makes it all the way through and is distracted from the pain for a little bit, cool, man. I don't like to think that might not be happening, but who knows. So again, I got into a weird moment there because I was reading the Iron Sheik's Twitter, and that was one of the first things I came up with. But something else that stuck out to me, and it's basically, it pretty much sums up following the Iron Sheik in an essence. And it's he says something about the recent turn of months. It's December, so please go fuck yourself. That, ladies and gentlemen, is your Iron Sheik tweet of the week.
Fucking bullshit!
Yeah, buddy. So that's it for us. It was a quick show tonight. We probably did it in less than an hour, which is rare for us. Very rare.
Yep.
It's good, man.
No, Bahan.
No, well, should we break the news on this show? I mean, now that we're wrapping it up, we're about to go home. Our colleague Michael Burhan is now no longer going to be homeless coming in the start of next year. Michael Burhan might be coming back to the show. That's one of the several changes that could be happening to Slamcast in 2016. We're working on all sorts of ways.
Yay! Many porn jokes.
I mean, we're gonna try and have to, obviously neuter Burhan, but
curb that, please.
Curb that. We've found a way to work our way around without being so blue. We might even start doing live events, all sorts of things. Big things coming in Slamcast in 2016. Potentially, maybe even special guests.
We might wear dresses.
No.
I'm not going to do that unless we're doing a Perry Saturn tribute.
Yes.
Then I will wear a dress.
I'll have a moppy stand in too.
Hey, someone's going to have a moppy.
Hold to that.
And then Burhan's going to do John Cronus cosplay.
Yes.
That was organic wrestling comedy bits, folks. That's what you could expect here from the fan folks.
Yeah. Next week we got our NXT Takeover London predictions.
Yes, buddy. So we're look forward to that. Yes, where Dave, you are just a short 3-hour drive away from London. That's a joke. I don't know if you realized that. But yeah. So
I got it.
Yeah. So let's do some pluggity plugs and go on, Mr. Bristol Brawler, Dave Wade.
You can find me the collapsing heart of a sun.
So good. I think you might have done that before, but I'm just glad you're going back to doing the depressing intros.
Actually, no.
Restart that one. There we go.
You know My Little Pony?
Okay.
You can find me at the corpse of My Little Pony shortly before I take it to the glue factory.
Wow, dark. So dark.
Jesus!
Oh, Jesus. We haven't brought the Zandig in a while, too. That was a good one. Oh,
I got another one.
It's okay.
No, save it, please.
Save it for next week.
Oh,
We're making good time on this episode. We're making good time. So, YouTube or anything else like that?
Oh,
Longboys.
you can find sorry. You can find me on Longboys Post 1975. Don't know why you want to, because like quite frankly, I just want to melt My Little Ponies down. But
Okay,
shit like that.
You're good. You're a good producer, Nick. I've trained you well,
yeah.
my man. Pots and pans.
Yeah. All right, so I'm over on YouTube at the Gaming Pegasus 187, Twitter Gaming Pegasus 187, Facebook Nick Horaceck in the Wrestling / MMA Revolution Facebook group, posting memes about Paul Heyman's newest client, Brock Osweiler.
I mean, it would have been really great if he was actually a Paul Heyman client, but yeah, I'm not even going to get started on that. But yeah, good job for Brock Osweiler. He's definitely got himself a job now. When Peyton Manning retires at the end of next season, let's face it, that's definitely happening now. Don't have to call it like that. So yeah, you like Nick's stuff? You could definitely check me out on the Twitter at @BrandonAllHope, where I tweet about things and stuff and things that amuses and makes me giggle. Also, again, now we thank you for listening to Slamcast. Go out and support independent wrestling in your local municipality, no matter where you live on this planet. I guarantee you, as long as you live anywhere within reasonable civilization, there are people nearby you that are trying to live their dream in this business of professional wrestling at the just most smallest levels. And you don't have to go to your big independent show, but no matter where you live, I guarantee you, just with a little bit of research and stuff like that.
Anita Kasky did that, fellow co-host on I Got Gameplay.
Exactly. She supports independent wrestling.
Yep.
Do you? See what I did there? See what I did there?
Beautiful.
Fucking genius.
Beautiful.
I am New Day worthy. So again, go out and support independent wrestling in your local gymnasium or bingo hall or VFW hall or auxiliary hall or any large space where you could fit a professional wrestling ring and chairs and people. So for the Bristol Brawler, Dave Wade.
Stop it, dude, stop it. It's kind of
it's your name. It's happening. You have to just deal with it.
Get on my tits right now. I'm not gonna lie.
It's your name, brother. Just deal with it. It's your gimmick name. I've dubbed you. I know. You just have to suck it up and deal with it, or not be on the show. I'm sorry. For Nick Horaceck. For Michael Burhan, who's absent but will be making a return. For Paul Heyman. For, I don't know, anybody else who wants to get shout outs as we leave. I am Brandon Liggan saying go forth and spread beauty and light. Peace, love, and humptiness. Let's play my theme song. I'm very tired.